Reporters were able to find footage from back in 2013 that shows Wayne LaPierre, the NRA's chief executive, attempting and failing to kill an elephant multiple times. Now, this footage was originally supposed to be released by an NRA-sponsored program. As I describe it, you will quickly realize why they didn't end up using it. Understand that the footage is available, and I briefly considered playing it on the show. And then as I watched, I realized there's no way that I'm doing that because this is terrible. It reflects as poorly on Wayne LaPierre as pretty much anything he's ever said or done. So here's what happened. The footage of Wayne LaPierre in Botswana first shows him walking through the bush dressed in loose-fitting safari attire, and you really should see at least that part of it. Because man, these people think that cosplay is ridiculous and they can't wait to cosplay certain characters. He's got an NRA sports baseball cap on, is accompanied by several professional guides and is a longtime advisor, the host of Under Wild Skies, what they were gonna be releasing this on. After a guide spots an elephant standing behind a tree, LaPierre takes aim with a rifle. As he peers through the weapon's scope, the guide repeatedly tells him to wait before firing. LaPierre, who's wearing earplugs, doesn't hear the instructions and pulls the trigger. The elephant drops. He says, "Did we get him?" Kind of. They shot him, they just didn't kill him. So now they need to kill the elephant. The guide points at point blank range, mind you, where LaPierre needs to fire another round to kill the elephant. LaPierre fires, apparently missing, but hitting the elephant 3 more times before the host finally finishes off the elephant that has now been shot 4 times already and is dying slowly in seemingly great agony. After that, the guide says of LaPierre's marksmanship, "You dropped him like no tomorrow." It's wonderful. Please. We've got more on the rest of the LaPierre family, but this is Wayne LaPierre, the ultimate gun guy, the ultimate alpha, hunting in the wild, in the safari, JR. And it's weird, they didn't want to release the footage afterward, after going all this expense.
I wonder why. Actually, it was talking about the bad PR. Is it that, or is it the bad PR? Yeah, I mean, the bad PR is overall like their conclusion. Is the bad PR because of the brutality of the way that they mowed down the elephant and kept shooting him in the wrong place? Or is it the embarrassment of the head of the NRA talking about how awesome he is and, oh yeah, target practice, guns, and he can't even shoot an elephant? A good guy with a gun is better than is what we need when there's a bad guy with a gun, is what Wayne LaPierre likes to say. Apparently, if the bad guy with the gun is the size of an elephant, the good guy with the gun can't do anything about it anyway because the elephant still can't get shot in the correct spot. So this guy is taking on a tour of a hunt. He's not hunting, he's taking on a tour of a hunt with cameras for the sole purpose of selling this to more people who want to tout their gun and hunting culture. This is not hunting. If you want to sell football to Americans that love football because America is pastime, it's football, yeah. But then if you show some amateurs that are stumbling over themselves and can't snap the ball or hand the ball off to the running back, football fans are gonna go, why am I watching this garbage? They suck. So why would good old gun nuts be impressed by you loser who can't shoot an elephant, shooting it 17 times before someone else has to kill it for you? Again, shooting elephants, because first of all, that idea sounds really good. And that's a really make you feel like man.
They like the idea of it, that they're safari hunters. I literally do not understand what part of hunting is in this. Did he stalk it through the safari? Did he mask his scent? No, he walked up and he executed it. These are elephants that are trained to be totally cool with humans being near them. This is no more hunting than it would be hunting if they painted an elephant on a wall and he shot that poorly.
And shot the wall several times first.
And look, and then later on, his wife kills an elephant. She actually apparently did it. She comments on how old it is, how wrinkled it was, and says, "Victory." Like the thing you say after some big struggle or challenge is overcome. She executed an old elephant and then decided she needed a trophy, so she cut its tail off and said, "That's my elephant tail, way cool." There has never been anything less cool than what I just read for you. The entire thing is absolutely appalling. And look, this isn't even about hunting, because this isn't hunting. My father was a hunter. He He was a bow hunter that hunted deer growing up, okay? That was at least in theory hunting. This is animal execution. This is walking up to an amazing, awe-inspiring animal and wanting to be the thing that blows its head off. That's all this is. And I understand some people respond, well, no, John, what you don't understand is that they do this, they sell this for conservation. No, I get that. The reason they do that is because there's a market for murdering elephants. In theory, these rich a-holes could just donate the money. If what they really care about is the conservation, not the murder, then take out that part of the equation. Pay $70,000 to pose for a picture with the elephant rather than blowing its face open. You could do that, they choose not to. It's not about the conservation, it's about murdering something big and feeling like a big guy because you executed something that felt no fear, that felt perfectly comfortable standing in front of you. A complex emotional animal. In response to the story, people have been telling all this information about the broad range of emotional experiences of elephants. Elephants mourn their dead. When their children are in danger or injured, they freak out.
Yeah.
They sway to music. These are complex creatures. And Wayne LaPierre just wants to shoot it. He wants to be the guy that slowly killed this thing. Is that different than wanting to do a snuff film? Like to want to walk up to someone seated in a chair and blow their head away? Maybe in some fashion, I'm not a philosopher. Feels very similar to me though.
Well, people throughout our history have been murdering other people that they feel that they're superior to anyway for sport as well. So, they would like to do that with humans as well, but they always did before and not only do it in covert ways until they get caught. So the other part about this is so his wife decides to cut off the tail of the elephant and it's cool, it's mine. So what do you do with it then? What do you do with this severed elephant tail that's because it's flesh, it's gonna shrivel up and turn into some black line to sit. You're gonna put it in a capsule, you're gonna put it on your mantle, it's gonna be on your bedside table. What's the use of the trophy of the tail now? For that very second, you feel good cutting it off and feeling like a real human. But then what do you do with it? What's the point?
Well, JR, I can answer. They cut its feet off, the front feet. They turned them into stools so they could sit on its foot.
Yeah, and then the tail doesn't have much of a use as far as, I don't know, anything else afterwards. So maybe just use to show off to your rich friends. Hey, so we went on this elephant, not hunt, but this elephant tracking. And we just followed this elephant, shot it in its head several times and then cut off its tail. Isn't that cool? If my friend told me that, I'd be like, no, you kind of suck at this. Actually, where's the skill in that? Why should I be impressed with you? What did you do that I couldn't do that gives you the option to have this elephant's tail in your house and try to show it off to me?
Yeah.
What's so awesome?
Yeah, it's like, it would be like if you had tied someone to a chair and I walked up and shot them in the head and said, I'm John Wick, I'm an assassin. No, you killed something. That's literally all that you did. You killed a thing. And then you had weird mementos of it.
Yep. All it shows is you're good at not giving a damn about creatures and actually not even having any skill when you take one out. Whatever kind of, even the people who are impressed by you being able to take it out, they shouldn't be impressed by this anyway.
Yeah. God. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.